अनाथनाथ दीनबन्धो तुम हो आनंद रूपा। अज्ञाननाशक शरण संरक्षक आत्मज्ञान प्रदाता। आओ गुरुदेव दर्शन दीजो। तुम हो जगत के दाता। तुम हो जगत के दाता। ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्रमरुतः स्तुवन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुराः सुरगणाः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। 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 ॐ
Let us chant from 6.
न तद्भासयते सूर्यः न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनःषष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि वर्षति शरीरं यदवाप्नोति यच्चाप्युत्क्रामतीश्वरः हृदित्वैतानि संयाति वायुर्गन्धानि वाशयात् श्रोत्रं चक्षुस्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायं विषयानुपसेवते उत्क्रामन्तं स्थितं वापि गुञ्जानं वा गुणान्वितं विमूढानानुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः यतन्तो योगिनश्चैनं पश्यन्त्यात्मन्यवस्थितं यतन्तोऽप्यकृतात्मानः नैनं पश्यन्त्यचेतसः यदादित्यगतं तेजः जगद्भासयतेऽखिलं यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्नौ तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकम् गामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा पुष्णामि चौषधीः सर्वाः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम् सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टः मत्तस्मृतिज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यः वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम्.
After having explained what is bondage, what is liberation, what is the means to free from bondage and attain liberation, now Bhagavan takes up the topic of who is a Jivatma, who is this individual soul. Mama eva amshaha jiva bhutaha. My own essence has become this jiva. So now, there are differences of opinions. So Vishishtadvaitis, they say, see, we told you, Jivatma is not Paramatma. Jivatma is a part of Paramatma. This is their philosophy, Vishishtadvaiti. So what is the section they quote? They quote this section. Mama eva amsha. Amsha means part. So there is a amsha-amshi sambandha. There is something whole. Paramatma is whole. Jivatma is a part of the whole. Right. So we have to understand this, Advaita, Vishishtadvaita and Dvaita. So, people are confused because they are all Mahatmas and they are fighting with each other. Saying that our philosophy is right. Now, please understand, there is no fight. It is all from different standpoints. All the three are right from their own standpoints. This is the way we have to understand. When you change the standpoint, the philosophy changes. It is exactly like if this question is asked, what is the relationship between the wave and the ocean? So then Dvaitis will say wave can never be ocean, wave is different, ocean is different. This is what the Dvaitis will say. And it is true. How can wave be ocean? What will Vishishtadvaiti say? Wave is a part of ocean. That is also true. Isn't it? What will Advaita Vedanta say? The essence of the wave is also the essence of the ocean. What is the essence? Water is the essence. Now that is also true. You see. So the question is, where is your attention? If your attention is upon the name and the form, definitely there is difference. But if your attention is upon the essence, there is no difference. In the same way, Jivatma and Paramatma. If you look into the outer characteristics, definitely there is difference. Jivatma is Alpajna, Paramatma is Sarvajna. Jivatma is Alpavyapi, Paramatma is Sarvavyapi, all pervading. Jivatma is Mayadasa, Paramatma is Mayapati. There is difference, no doubt. But what is the essence of Jivatma? Consciousness. What is the nature of consciousness? Satchit Anand. What is the essence of Paramatma? The same. So therefore, there are no differences of opinion. This has to be clearly understood. That is why there is a beautiful answer given by Hanuman when this question is asked by Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji. Hanuman, what do you think of me? Who am I? So Hanumanji says, Deha buddhya tu dasoham, jiva buddhya tvadamshakah, atma buddhya tvameva aham, iti me nischala madihi. Deha buddhya, at the level of the body, Bhagavan, I am your servant. I will not say I am you. I am your servant at the level of the body. Jiva buddhya is a jivatma. Tvamshakah, I am your part. But Atma buddhya, with regard to this Atma, tvameva aham, there is no difference between you and me. Iti me nischala madihi. This is my firm conviction. So therefore, all these fights and confusions and difference of opinions which you see among the Mahatmas, you should be in a position to say that no, all of them are right. Isn't it? That is your maturity. Sun rises and sets. Is it right or wrong? So then, from the standpoint of the earth, yes, sun rises and sun sets. From the standpoint of earth, because this is what we experience. But from the standpoint of sun, is there any rise and setting? No. So when this question is asked, does the sun rise and set? Your question should be, from which standpoint? Both answers are right. Okay. Right. So, mama eva amshaha. So, with regard to this body, etc., jiva bhuta. So, this jivatma, it is my own essence. And how is this jivatma sanatanaha? He is eternal. He is akshara purusha. How is he? So that the explanation is given. What is the expression given? At the time of death, what does this jivatma do? Yachaputramati Ishvara. this Jivatma, who is none other than the Lord Himself, who is identified with the body. So, Paramatma identified with the body is called Jivatma. Paramatma with a wrong notion that I am the body is called Jivatma. Right? God plus ignorance equal to individual soul. So he has this ignorance that I am this body. So at the time of death, what happens? What leaves the body? What leaves the gross body? It is a subtle body which leaves. So when the Jivatma leaves the gross body, it takes along with it what? So here it is said Manashashthani Indriyani. So here we have to understand the Sukshma Sharira is taken. So what is the example given here? Vayu Gandhan Iva Ashayat. Just like the wind takes the fragrance from the flower. So the flower remains as it is. You don't see any difference in the flower. The fragrance go away. In the same way, at the time of death, that physical body is there. You wonder what has gone out, because of which that living body is dead. So it is exactly like the fragrance leaving the flower. You will not find any difference. Even if you wait, it will be the same. So just like the wind carries that fragrance from the flower, in the same way, when the Jivatma leaves that body, it takes away what? The Sukshma Sharira. And then what happens? It takes, goes, maybe waits for some time, because a proper body has to be, obtained to continue the journey. Just like the person waiting for the connecting flight. It's a travel. You have to wait. So, at the right time, right environment, when there is an environment where your karma phalas are ready to fructify, so in such an environment, this person is born. So when he is born, what is the first thing he does? All the Sukshma Shariras, different parts, Pancha Prana, Pancha Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas, Mana Buddhi Chitta Ahankara, respective places, Adhisthaya, fitting Vishayan Upasevate, continues his journey. So this is the description of what happens during death. In Bhagavad Gita, if there is a portion, this is the portion. What happens to a person after death? This is what happens. So what is the conclusion? What is it that Bhagavan is trying to say? Bhagavan is trying to say that this jiva is sanatana. There is no death. It is only the physical body which dies, but really speaking, the individual never dies. This is the point. So this jivatma is also none other than me only. Okay. Then what is the next topic taken up? Of course, there is another point also mentioned. So what does Bhagavan say? In that Jivatma only I am there. Jnana chakshushaha pashyanti. The person who is wise, who has his eye of wisdom, he sees me. When utkramantam, sthitam, bhunjanam, gunanvitam, every moment for a wise person, he can feel my presence. He can experience my presence. Who am I? I am the sentiency giving principle. I am that who makes the inert thing alive, sentient. Sthitam, inert body is alive. What is that principle because of which it is alive? It is that consciousness. It is that awareness. Sthitam, bhunjanam. You are experiencing the sense pleasures when you are contacting the sense objects. Who is the experiencer? It is none other than the Lord. Because experiencer can be only a sentient entity. Inert entity can never become an experiencer. Experiencer, knower. Who is the ultimate knower? It has to be the Lord alone. So the wise people, they recognize God's presence as experiencing the sense pleasures. Bhunjanam. Gunanvidam. So the mind goes through so many gunas, sattva, rajas, tamas, different moods. So in and through all those modes, who is the one who is seeing the mode? Who is the one who is experiencing various states of the mind? It is none other than the Lord alone. Gunanvitam. Now let me tell you one thing. When the mind is disturbed, it is impossible to meditate. When the mind is in rajas or tamas, it is impossible to experience the presence of the Lord during that state. This is true for a beginner. But as you advance in spirituality, so what happens? Let us say 90% of the mind is peaceful. Right? 90% of the mind is peaceful. Now we are talking of, a person who is there in spirituality for a long time. His mind is like an iceberg, huge mountain. When the mind is disturbed, it is only 1 or 2% of the mind which is disturbed. So then he is able to observe the disturbed mind also as a witness. You can witness your disturbed mind provided you are seated on a huge, strength of your spiritual discipline. In the beginning it is not possible, but later on it is possible. That is why very many times we get confused. The great rishis like Durvasa Rishi or not getting angry and what kind of rishi is this? They say Samatva Yoga Uchyate. Such great rishis getting angry. How is it possible? You don't understand. It is because they are rooted in, so much rooted in that consciousness. Disturbance of the mind is no disturbance at all for them. Are you able to understand? Because they have no identification with the mind. So therefore, disturbed mind is not a disturbance for them. What about us? If the mind is disturbed, we are disturbed. Why? Identification is the mind. So this we have to understand. If your identification is with blissful consciousness, even when your mind is disturbed, what will be your experience? Your experience will be bliss. Right? The question is, where is your identification? If your identification is with blissful consciousness, your experience is bliss, even though the mind externally is agitated. If your identification is with disturbed mind, even though the self is blissful, your experience will be disturbance. Okay. So here we are talking of Mahatmas, Jnana Chakshusha Pashyanti. So Gunanvitam. In Mahatmas also you will find all kinds of, mental agitations, getting angry, this and that. But deep down you are totally undisturbed. Exactly like when you see the film, tragic film, you are crying. But deep down, are you not peaceful? Because you know the whole thing is a bluff. You cry because you are enjoying movie. So external, superficial personality of yours is crying, is with the movie, but deep down you are rooted in the truth. So therefore, you are undisturbed. So Jnana Chakshusha Pashyanti. They are seeing all this as a witness, as a witnessing consciousness. That is where they are rooted in. For them, everything is a drama going on. In this drama, in this cosmic drama, you have a role. Your BMI has a role, and you are playing a role, and you are not the role, you are just witnessing the role played by the BMI in the stage of cosmic drama. This is called as Jnana Chakshusha Pashyanti. So he is also playing his part, but deep down he is detached is merely a witness. Others can never dream what it is because it is a very, very subjective experience. Right? Yes. So, yadanto yoginaschainam pashyantyatmanyavasthitam yadantaha api kritatmanah akritatmanah nainam pashyanti acetasaha. So two different categories of people are described here. Those who see it, those who don't see it. Both of them, the Lord is present in their heart. The ignorant ones don't see, the wise ones clearly see. Why is that ignorant one don't see? So two reasons are mentioned here. Akritatmanaha acetasaha. Those who don't have a pure mind, they don't see. Acetasa, those who don't have the right understanding about the self, they also don't see. So the point is, gain the right understanding, gain the purity of mind, and then obtain the vision with right effort. Yatantaha, that's very important. So what is the striving way? Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. Listen to the scriptures with a pure mind, reflect upon it, meditate upon the truth, make it a habit to identify with consciousness, and finally gain the self-knowledge. So this is about Jivatma. Then Bhagavan talks about Jagat, Jagat Vichara is taken. So what does Bhagavan say? Whatever you see, this sun, this moon, all beings are supported upon this earth, it is because of my power. I give the ability to the plants to nourish all living beings. I am the one who is supporting everything. So here Bhagavan is saying that whatever glory you see, whatever power you see in the external world, they don't have independent power. Fire doesn't have the independent power to light up and heat up the world. Bhagavan says that power is mine. So whatever power you see, glory you see, greatness you see, Bhagavan says, they are all mine. Means what? This Jagat has no independent existence other than me. Then what does Bhagavan say? Even in this physical body also, everything is done by me alone. So this is what we were discussing yesterday. Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Dehamasritaha. I am there in every body as what? As Vaishwanara, as Jadhara Agni, as a digestive fire. Bhagavan says that digestive fire, because of which that food is getting digested. Pranapana samayuktaha pachami. I digest the food. Pachami annam. What is that food? Chaturvidham annam. The food is of four kinds. Chaturvidham. What are the four kinds of food? Bhakshyam, bhojyam, lehyam, choshyam. These are the four types of food. They are not actually four types of food. They are the four ways of gulping down the food. It's not four types at all. Bhakshyam, that which you chew and eat. That's called the bhakshyam. Bhojyam, that which you swallow. Drink it, bhojyam. Lehyam, that which you lick and eat. Like chutney, achar, etc. Pickle. Lehyam. Choshyam, that which you suck and take in. Like sugar cane. Chew, suck. So they are mainly the four different types of eating. Four types of food eaten in four different ways. Now that is not the point here. The point here is, suddenly the mind goes, oh, what are the things which I have eaten today? That is not the point. The point is, pachami, aham pachami. I am the one who is there in your tummy, digesting the food. No. Don't think that only the digestive fire is Bhagavan. This is one, they call it Upalakshana. So then you have to understand everything. That blood circulation is also done by Bhagavan. Respiratory system is also Bhagavan. Digestive system, anyway Bhagavan says it is mine. Every system functions because of the Lord alone. This is the way we have to understand. How this body is functioning, we don't know. We only know how to enjoy junk food. But after the junk food is eaten, how to, digest it, throw away the waste. The headache is Bhagwan's. Thank God, the whole complicated system Bhagwan has taken care. Otherwise, just imagine, I don't think even 1 second we will be able to live. We are all alive because the most important functions of the body are taken care by the Lord. Even in sleep, we are breathing. We are not even aware. You see? Food is getting digested. All complicated functions are taken care by the Lord. Then what are we doing? All unwanted things. Thank God Bhagwan is there to take care. Therefore, we are all alive. All the most insignificant things are given to mankind to take care. Politics, etc. Most insignificant. Even if they are not there, world will function. Most important things, Bhagwan himself has held the reins. For example, water supply systems in the clouds. It is not given in the hands of mankind. Everybody will die of thirst. He himself ensures that water is taken from the ocean and supplied everywhere through clouds. And therefore, everyone gets water. In the same way, you have to think. The world is taken care by the Lord. The bodily functions are taken care by the Lord. Bhagwan says, even when you are knowing something, that knowledge is also mine only. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtaha. I am there in the heart of everyone. Sarvasya. There is nobody in whose heart I am not. So here, hridi, hridayam. We are not talking of physical heart. You have to understand. Hridayam means what? The core of one's being is called hridayam. Core of one's being means what? In essence, I alone am that. That's it. In every heart I am there means what? So whenever you use the term heart, it means the essence, the core, without which a thing cannot be. So what is the heart of a gold ornament? Gold. Without gold, there is no gold ornament. That is called as heart. Heart of the problem lies here. Don't search for any heart there. Heart of the problem means the real problem. So that is just elusive. So in the same way, Bhagwan is in our heart. Means what? Without that essence, there is no existence for us. Because after all, what is this body? It is nothing but 5 elements. The moment that Bhagwan leaves that body, what happens to the body? It disintegrates and goes back to the 5 elements. There is no existence. So, Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtaha. I am the essence in all beings. Maddaha smritihi jnanam apohanam. From me all these have come. Smriti, ability to remember, recollect. It's a very interesting thing. How are we remembering things? Have you ever observed this? We are remembering, but how do we do it? We don't know. That ability is given, but how it is happening, we don't know. Smriti. How this hand is moving, I don't know. But that ability to move these hands, it is given to me. How these eyes are functioning, ears are functioning, I don't know. How the brain is functioning, I don't know. Now I am talking. How I am talking, I don't know. I don't know. But this ability is given. So when Smriti Jnanam Apohanam, she said, you have to understand everything. All these abilities that I have, that is also kind of meditation. Just observe how things are happening. I don't know. I don't know. I am doing, but I don't know how it is being done. So all these abilities, they are my gift. It is not the ability of the Jivatma. So no credit should be given to anyone in this world. That ability to recollect Smriti, ability to know Jnanam, to gain knowledge from something. How that knowledge is happening, I don't know. Bhagavan says that is my ability. Apohanam, ability to forget. Swamiji, what is that ability? Is it an ability or not? That is also an ability. Without asking you, there are things which Bhagavan makes you forget. You are not consciously forgetting, you are unconsciously forgetting. Bhagavan says that also you only do. All unwanted things are forgotten. There are so many mistakes we have committed in our lives. If we are to remember all that, the regret will kill us. So Bhagavan, as they say, time is the best nurse. There are some painful memories, but over a period of time what happens? Slowly. We are made to forget so that life can go on. Again, we are made to forget all the past lives, experiences, happenings. If we were to remember all of them, we will not even survive such shocks, such tragedies. All those are made to forget. Apohanam, that also comes from me. So some few samples are given here. So all abilities you have to see. All these abilities are coming from Bhagavan alone. Vedeshta sarvam, sarvehi ahameva vedyah. In the entire Vedas, I alone am the thing to be known. So what is the content of the Veda? Bhagavan. Vedanta Krit, who is the composer of the Veda, the giver of the knowledge of the Veda, Bhagavan says it is me alone. Vedavit, who is the knower of the Veda, Bhagavan says it is me alone. The knower is Bhagavan, knowledge is Bhagavan, object of knowledge is Bhagavan, instrument of knowledge is Bhagavan. So therefore what is left now? What is left? Nothing. So what is the essence? There is nobody other than me. This is the essence. So if you have known me, you have known everything. Brahma, knowledge is Bhagavan. Prameya, object of knowledge is Bhagavan. Pramata, knower of knowledge is Bhagavan. Pramanam, instrument of knowledge is also Bhagavan. So what is the essence? Jiva is Bhagavan. Jagat is Bhagavan. So now what is left? There is nothing left. So what is the highest knowledge? There is nothing other than the Lord. This is the ultimate knowledge. Right. Now Bhagavan introduces some three terms. Kshara Purusha, Akshara Purusha and Uttama Purusha. So what does Bhagavan say? Let us see. 16, 17, 18. Dvavimau Purushau Loke Ksharascha Evacha Ksharas Sarvani Bhutani Kutasthoksara Uchyate Uttamah Purushastvanyah Paramatmetyudahritah Yo Lokatrayamavishya Bibhartyavyaya Ishwarah Yasmat Ksharamati-toham Aksharaadapi chottamah Atosmi loke vede cha Prathitah Purushottama Dvavimau Purushau Loke Ksharascha Eva Cha Dvavimau purushau loke. In this world, loke. Imau dvau purushau. These are the two purushas. What are they? Kshara purusha and akshara purusha. Who is the kshara purusha? Sarvani bhutani kshara. All beings, they belong to this kshara purusha. And who is this akshara purusha? Kutastha akshara iti uchyate. This kutastha is called akshara. Now what is this? Now there is no special explanation required because these are the terms which you already know. Only thing is a new name has been given, that's all. So what is kshara purusha? Kshara means anything which perishes. So all the physical bodies that you perceive in this world, they belong to this category of kshara purusha. Kshara sarvani bhuta, all beings. So what is that which perishes? The physical body. It perishes. The physical bodies that you see, the forms that you see, that is called as Akshara Purusha. Then who is this Akshara Purusha? Akshara means what? Imperishable. What is that imperishable thing? Jiva Bhutaha Sanatana. Who is this Sanatana Purusha? None other than Jivatma. Why is Jivatma called imperishable Purusha? Because he is imperishable. The physical body perishes. Earlier Bhagavan has said, it is the Jivatma who is jumping from one body to another. So is there death for Jivatma? No. Therefore this Jivatma is called Akshara Purusha. Now the term used here is Kutastha. That which remains like a kuta. Kuta means anvil. Anvil is called kuta. So just like that blacksmith, he makes this iron red hot, places it upon this anvil and then beats it into shape. So what changes? That which comes in contact with this kuta changes, but the kuta remains changeless. So this Jivatma who is going from experience to experience, he is the same fellow. What changes? The outer envelopment changes, that's all. The Jivatma is the same. So that is why it is called Kutastha. That just remains like the changeless anvil around which all changes are happening. Who is the experiencer of all the changes? Kutastha. So one we can call Jagat is Kshara Purusha, Jiva is Akshara Purusha. Other than Jiva and Jagat, there is somebody else. That's what Bhagavan says. What does he say? Uttama Purusha tu Anyaha. Other than the Kshara Purusha and Akshara Purusha, there is an Uttama Purusha. Is Anyaha. Who is this Uttama Purusha? Paramatma iti udaharataha. He is the one who is called Paramatma, the Supreme Self. So what is the Supreme Self? The pure consciousness. Right, the consciousness. She is higher than these two. Why do you say this Uttama Purusha or Purushottama? This chapter is named Purushottama Yoga. It is because of this Uttama Purusha. Why is this Uttama Purusha called Uttama? Uttama means best. Uttama means highest, greatest. Why is it so? Yaha Lokatrayam Avishya. Because he is the one who pervades all the worlds. Bibharti, he supports all the worlds. And therefore he is Ishvara. So this Uttama Purusha is called Ishvara. Uttama Purusha is called Paramatma. Why is he so? Because he is the one who is supporting all the worlds. Lokatrayam, three worlds. What are the three worlds? Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. These are the three worlds. All your worlds come under these three. Waking, dream and deep sleep. So who is the support? So this is how the definition of reality is given. Abadhyatvam satyatvam. Abadhyatvam satyatvam. That which can never be denied is the truth. That which doesn't come and go is the truth. So see the way the rishis think. So in the waking state, what is there? The waking world comes and goes. The waking body comes and goes. But there is one thing which is there. What is it? The awareness, consciousness, the observer of the world. What is the role of consciousness? Uttama Purusha is the observer. In the dream world comes and goes. Dreamer comes and goes. But there is something which was there in the waking, which is there in the dream also. What is it? The observer. It doesn't go. You see? Like the screen. Movies change, but the screen is the same. In the same way, waking comes, dream comes, deep sleep comes, but the screen is the same. What is the screen? Consciousness is the screen. So generally these questions are, in deep sleep, how can you say consciousness is there? So the logic remains. What is your experience in deep sleep? I know nothing, isn't it? So knowing is continuing. You are knowing. What are you knowing? Yes, it's the fact that you are knowing nothing, but knowing is there. I did not know anything, I slept well. How do you know that you slept well? So knowing was there. What is knowing? Chit is knowing. And you unknowingly experience Ananda also, isn't it? I am refreshed. So all these experiences say consciousness was there. But then why is it that in deep sleep I don't experience this consciousness? That is because you are not habituated to identifying with consciousness. You are habituated to identifying with the ego. In the deep sleep, ego is not there, so you experience nothingness. But a Mahatma who is identified with consciousness, in the waking also is identified with consciousness. So in the deep sleep, where will the identification be? With consciousness. Right? So his samadhi experience continues in sleep also. In the waking, he is habituated to identifying with consciousness. So in the dream also that continues, even if he dreams. Even if he assumes that suppose a dream is there, what will be the experience? Abidance in consciousness. In deep sleep, what will be his experience? Abidance in consciousness. Right. Because we are abiding in the BMI, and the BMI disappears in the deep sleep, therefore we experience nothingness. Anyway, the point is this: consciousness is the substratum. Bibharti, it is a supporter. Supporter should not change. The changeless substratum should not change with waking, dream and deep sleep. So the only changeless substratum is consciousness. This consciousness is what is called as Uttama Purusha, the only reality. Just like the waker is the support for the dreamer, the dream body, the dream experiences, the dream world. Who is the support? Waker is the support. In the same way, consciousness is the support for the whole of the thing. Waking body, waking world, everything. So therefore he is called Ishvara, he is called Paramatma, the Supreme Self. Yasmat Ksharam Aditaha Aham. Since I am higher than Akshara Purusha, Akshara Picha Uttamaha, since I am higher than Akshara, see, consciousness is higher than Akshara Purusha and Akshara Purusha. Why? Because he is the support. Karanatvat, Sukshmatvat, Nityatvat. We have seen Urdhvamulam. Because he is eternal, because it is the only real thing, because it is the subtlest thing. Because it is a support, because it is a cause. All these illusions is played upon the reality called consciousness. Therefore what? Atahasmi, asmi, loke vedecha, Purushottama. In the loka, in the world also I am prathita, I am famously known. In the Vedas, in the world, I am famously known as what? Purushottama. So my famous name, Bhagavan is saying, I am famously known as Purushottama. So that's where this chapter name means Purushottama. Why Bhagavan calls himself Purushottama. So what is Purushottama Yoga? The technique to unite with this Purushottama. This is the essence of this chapter. This chapter helps you unite, become one with this Purushottama, with this Supreme God. Isn't this technique already mentioned? Yes, it is mentioned. That's why this chapter is called Purushottama Yoga. Yoga means to unite. This word and famously known as Uttama Purusha. Now what is the glory of this knowledge? See verse number 19 and 20. Bhagavan glorifies this knowledge like anything. Yo mameva janati purushottamam sa sarvavid bhajati mam sarvabhavena bharata iti guhyatamam shastram idamuktam maya nagha etat buddhva buddhiman syat कृतकृत्यश्च भारत यो मामेवमसम्मूढः जानाति पुरुषोत्तमं स सर्वविद् भजति मां सर्वभावेन भारत इति गुह्यतमं शास्त्रम् इदमुक्तं मया Janati, one who knows me as what? Purushottamam, as the Supreme Self. Uttama Purusha, the one who knows such a person is Asammudha, is a wise man, enlightened man. Such a person, Sarvavid, Bhagavan gives a certificate to him. What is the certificate? He is Sarvavit. He knows everything. He has known everything. There is nothing for him to know. He is a Vedavit. In the beginning, first verse, what was the term? Vedavit. Yastam Vedasa Vedavit. First verse. No, see, Sarvavit. He has known everything. Past. Tested, okay, liberated. Certificate. You can't purchase it. The certificate has to come from there. The seal. Uttama Purusha seal. Purushottama seal. Right? So Sarvavit. Why is he Sarvavit? So Bhagavan says, the one who knows me has known everything. Why? Because I alone am all. I alone have become Jiva. I alone have become Jagat. So the one who has known me has known everything. It is exactly right. The one who has known the waker has known everything in the dream world, isn't it? But there is nothing called dream world. This dream world was nothing but a misunderstood notion of the waker. Waker himself has become everything in the dream world. So you don't have to know each and everything in the dream world. What you have to know? There may be infinite things in the dream world you need not know. The knowledge of anything of the dream is no knowledge at all. It is ignorance only. What is the true knowledge of dream world? True knowledge is that this dream world is a dream, waker is the real. This is the right knowledge. So Bhagavan says, the one who has known me has known everything. Not only that he has known everything, he has become one with me also. Sa sarvavid mam bhajati, sarva bhavena mam bhajati. After that, what happens to him? Sarva bhavena, wholeheartedly, physically, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually. His entire personality is geared towards me, riveted in me. Sarva bhavena bhajati. He does bhajanam. Sarva bhava bhajanam he does. The moment we hear this term bhajan, some bhajans are singing, some heartless, feelingless, mindless, mechanical bhajan. True bhajan is this. Your entire personality is there. Your love is there. Your value is there. Your importance is there. One part of the mind is always there. A small fraction of the mind is in the world. But one part of the mind is not forgetting this. That is called Sarva Bhava Bhajana. Most important thing. Rather the only important thing. Sarva Bhavena Bhajati. Such a person is Sarvavid. Such a person is Buddhiman. Bhagavan says. Etat buddhva buddhiman syat. If you know this, you are called a Buddhiman. What is a Buddhiman? The one who possesses Buddhi is called. What is the definition of Buddhiman? The one who has Buddhi is called Buddhiman. Isn't it? Just because a person is able to think deep, just because a person is brilliant in studies, you should not call that person Buddhiman. What is the definition of Buddhiman according to Bhagavad? The one who seeks this knowledge, giving up everything else. He is Buddhiman. He can be said that he has Buddhi, understanding about life, right knowledge about life. Buddhiman syat. And what is the result of using this Buddhi? Kritakritya syat. After using Buddhi, what comes? The experience of the divine comes. You come to know yourself, who you are. And then what is the result? Kritakritya. Kritakritya means what? A sense of deep fulfillment. You have done what you are supposed to do after coming to this world. This is called as Kritakrityata. Slight Kritakrityata comes even when you fulfill your worldly responsibility also. You don't deny it. When you study well, get a good job, settle, buy children, get the children married. What a relief. Fulfilled. Swamiji, I got all my daughters married. Kritakritya. Accepted. From the worldly standpoint, accepted. True Kritakrityata comes when this happens. The purpose of life has been served. No more coming back to this terrible world. This is true Kritakrityata. Absolute fulfillment. Bhagavan says, therefore, use your buddhi properly and become a Buddhiman. So to Arjuna, Bhagavan says, Iti guhyatamam shastram idamuktam maya anagha, O sinless one. Agha means sin. Anagha means sinless one. O Arjuna, you are so pure-hearted. I could not help myself like this. When you see a very qualified person in front of you, a pure-hearted person in front of you, a person full of faith, devotion, etc., then you helplessly share this knowledge. Remember, Arjuna did not ask, he was given. In this chapter, if you see Arjuna did not ask anything. Bhagavan himself started off. What prompted Bhagavan to start off? give this knowledge? This is a qualification. Ananga. You are so pure-hearted, you deserve this. I am concerned that you don't have this knowledge. My love for you forces me to give this to you. You know, just like that mother cow giving the milk to that calf. If you see that scene. The moment mother cow sees that calf, her udder is filled with milk. When this mother cow sees that fellow waiting to, milk, she withdraws that milk and gives. I think some secret pocket she has. She will not allow the milk to come out. But the moment she sees that calf, her heart is filled with love for that calf, and then unknowingly she releases that milk. This wicked man also is waiting. He allows that calf to drink for some time. And the calf drinks and the mother releases the milk, and this fellow catches hold of that calf and then he exploits and takes it. This is the scene. That is not the point. The point is that love for the mother cow, for the calf. So that milk is released. Remember, Gita is also compared with milk. Sarvopanishado gao, dogdha gopalanandana. All the cows, all the Upanishads are the cows. And who is the milkman? There is a good milkman. Krishna. And who is the calf? Arjuna is the calf. And what is the milk? Gitamritam mahata dugdham. So this is the point. Arjuna, you are so pure. You are my devotee. Bhakto sime sakhajeti. So therefore you must know this. You must know. You will get it. Your heart is very pure. That's why I am doing you. Anaga, edat guhyatamam shastram idam uktam. I have given you guhyatamam shastram. Not guhya, not guhyatara, but superlative degree. Guhyatamam, the greatest secret. So what is the greatest secret in this world? Aham Brahma Asmi. Whatever I am searching in the world, it is me. It is a very unique treasure hunt. The treasure which you are hunting, happiness, fulfillment, joy, peace, strength, fearlessness, courage, all these are the things which you are hunting. What is the source? You yourself. Tattvamasi, full. This is a secret. Guhyatamam. Why is it called Guhyatamam? Greatest secret. See, secret is something which very few people know. Always, secret is something which everybody will not know. This is the greatest secret because even if it is told, you will not know. And what is that? It is because if the qualification is not there, you will not know. It's not that you will not know. What is the necessary condition? Samskritatmanaha. You have to be an anaga. That's the qualification. Then you will get it. So, iti guhyatamam shastram. What is shastram? I have told you. Forgot. What are the 6 topics which shastram should cover? Number 1, Jiva Vichara, Ishvara Vichara, Jagat Vichara, then Moksha Vichara, Bandhana Vichara, and Sadhana Vichara. These are the 6 topics. Analysis of the Jiva, analysis of Jagat, analysis of Ishvara, analysis of what is bondage, what is liberation, and what is the means to liberation. So, all these topics are covered here or not? Yes or no? Yes. Yes. You must also be able to say which are the verses which have covered these. Right? Then your study is complete. Your study is complete. Iti guhyatamam shastram idamuktam maya anagha. Etat buddhva, gaining this knowledge, what will you become? Buddhimansya. You will become buddhiman. You will know the purpose of life. You will know how to live life. All the other is wasted life only. This is the way to live. First being buddhi, right understanding. what will be the result? Kritakritya sadhu. You will have total fulfillment in life. Right. Om Tat Saditi Srimad Bhagavad Gita Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Purushottama Yogo Nama Panchadashodhyayah. Thus ends the Panchadasha Adhyaya, 15th chapter. What's the name of the 15th chapter? Purushottama Yoga. So this is a Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvada dialogue that is happening, and the content is Brahma Vidya, the knowledge about Brahman, the knowledge about self, and the means to attain it, Yoga Shastra. So this is the content. I sincerely express my gratitude to the authorities of Shivananda Jnanalaya who have given this wonderful venue for conducting this, what you call Jnaneniyam regarding Bhagavad Gita. I also express my gratitude to all the Jnana Mission members who have worked hard to make this yajna a grand success. I also thank all of you who have come regularly and who have been listening very attentively, because that is very important for my inspiration. So I truly thank all of you from the depth of my heart. Now after this program, after this bhajan, conclusion can just come, offer your offerings there and take yajna prasad from here, and then we can take like this. Okay? Okay. Manas bhajare Guru Charanam. Manas bhajare Guru Charanam. Dostar bhava sagar taranam. Dostar bhava sagar taranam. Guru Maharaj, Guru Jai Jai. Guru Maharaj, Guru Jai Jai. Swami Nath Sadguru Jai Jai. Swami Nath Sadguru Jai Jai. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah Om. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah Om. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva. Arunachala Shiva, Aruna Shiva. Arunachala Shiva, Aruna Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ
Hari Om. After you finish, please do not pile up the chairs because the chairs have got to be segregated. Leave them where they are. Hari Om.
ಇದು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಬನ್ನಿ
ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬರಲ್ಲ?
ಹಾಂ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಮೈಕ್ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ